April 9th, 2011, me and my buddy and our girlfriends, we were out four-wheeling. On our way back, a glove fell off his four-wheeler. He was in front of me, and so I went to stop with my four-wheeler. My front brakes locked and grabbed the dirt at the same time. It was really quick, and it hit me right in the back of the neck. I tried getting up, realized my legs didn't work, so I realized I was paralyzed to a degree. Didn't know how far. I could feel my hands getting number. But I did know that I shouldn't move, laid there flat, and waited for the ambulance to come.
You know, it was devastating, you know, for everybody. It takes a while to make that register. Everybody that knew Ryan, and that's everybody in town, you know, it was devastating. Our little town is just a bundle of helping people whenever something happens, you know, that we get together and make things work. That's the way it works.
They had 3 benefits for me when I was in the hospital to help pay for my bills. So they had this motorcycle ride for me. Then they had, as soon as I got home, they had a huge one up at Marion Park that was set up. And then they had a third one, there was the polar plunge. And it was at that point with that third one, we had everything we wanted paid off. So we're like, well, let's use that last $4,000 we got left over, give it to town, the GADC, which had just started the year prior, the Glidden Area Development Corporation, with the ideal that they could use it to look mostly at handicap accessibility with that money. And at that time, they're like, well, I would know as best what that would look like. So they asked me to stay on the GADC to help look at those projects, and that's when it started.
He approached me, he said that he heard that I had some equipment. The first project we did was by the lake. We put in a 220-foot sidewalk, 5.5 feet wide, from the parking lot of the beach down to a pier he had built. There was no place for him to get down to it. And that's what he asked me to help him with. He said, could you grade it out for me? And one thing led to another. I said, well, who's gonna form it and pour it if I grade it? And he goes, I haven't got that far yet. I told him I'd do the whole project. I got a hold of some of my old employees. They came up, they volunteered, and we put the sidewalk in for them. That's how it all started.
This beach was a huge part of my life growing up. This is, all the kids from town come out here for years and years and years. The beach area was huge. My dad was partially paralyzed when he was 27, so he couldn't join the family on a lot of things. And then my mom became, in her later years, she developed Parkinson's, so she couldn't come down by the great-grandkids and do a lot of things. And so the involvement here was, my personal thing was to make sure that every person, no matter what kind of disability they have, they could go and watch their kids or come down to a handicap picnic table and sit and watch the beach kids or the playground kids. It is something that touches a lot of people, that they all of a sudden they want to be a part of it, you know, and that is a very fulfilling and awesome thing to happen in a little community. Ashland County Health and Human Services, they donated the playground equipment and the installation of it. That was huge. Northwoods Paving, Price Electric. We're going to charge you $7,000, but we're going to give you a $10,000 donation. I'm really proud of what we've been able to do here. This is a very awesome thing, and everybody I talk to loves it. I mean, they never dreamt it would happen either. Even the men that I know that are in their 80s, they're like, never thought this would look like this, Dougie. You know, so it's awesome. Handicap accessibility is really important. So I would like to see more of that. I'd like to see it all expanded, and so everybody could enjoy things. And I think there are people and organizations out there that are willing to help.
There's more to be done. There's no doubt about that, you know, and I know that Ryan knows that too, you know, and he's expanded the area, not only the little town of Glidden, but the surrounding area. So I don't think he's going to give up on that. This is his niche.
He doesn't stop. Like, he really doesn't stop. So if it wasn't for that caliber of individual to put so much effort into his community, projects like these wouldn't happen.
He never stops trying to improve the Glidden area. I'm very lucky to know him, and I've known him since he was born, and we're very lucky to have him here. His family have been here probably 100 years or more. And when Ryan got hurt, and he decided to do something with his life and try to change the community and make it for the better. And he's done that. He's done that.
It's so easy to overlook. A small 3-inch curve that you step over might mean nothing to you, but for the next person, it could be a huge boundary. So if you're looking for it, you'll find it. And I do suggest you do what you can to fix it. A little bit here and there, if everyone pitches in, you can do wonders in a small community.
After every bad thing that happens, usually something good will come out of it. And Ryan has filled that role completely. He's really stepped up, you know. Takes a special person not to give up. And he's not a quitter.